Oh wow, clear.
So here we are crossing from right-hand traffic to left-hand traffic. Oh, come on, jump fast. We are on the way to the Friendship Bridge #1 to get back to Thailand. Go.
After a challenging month we had to leave Laos, we now have 30 days to cross Thailand and leave for Cambodia about 1,000 kilometers further south.
During our second stint in the country, we will cycle through the northeast, the by far least traveled region. Some might call it the boring one. However, we had an incredible time.
The idea is to get to the coast in 10 cycling days or less, so sit back, relax and enjoy an unlikely ride.
We are in Thailand, but that was a surprisingly weird and complicated border crossing from Laos over the Friendship Bridge 1, because we arrived overland with our own, well, I mean, I wouldn't call a bicycle a vehicle. Usually the bicycles are not counted as vehicles, but we had to go all the way to the supervisor. Then he managed to stamp us in to the country for 30 days. So now we're here.
We can't wait to get to the coast, or even better, an island. Also, a 747 parked next to the highway? Of course.
Why not?
Anyways, after months of cycling ridiculously steep, bumpy and dusty roads through the mountains, we want to make distance. For the first time ever, we try to reach an average of 100 kilometers a day.
Unlike what we're used to, Eastern Thailand is flatter than a pancake. Therefore, one would think doing 100k a day is easy. But being at much lower altitude, we also get to enjoy proper tropical temperatures. That's okay. No, it's okay. Why? It's okay. Aww. While we intended to rush through Isan without looking left and right, this wouldn't do the region justice. Also, after pushing our pedals hard all day, we are ready for a proper treat. We did not save on expenses and got ourselves a luxury accommodation in a prime location.
It is after sunset when we reach Talai Buadeng, the Pink Lotus Sea.
We did not expect this, but what an astounding scene as we build our home for the night. Dusk settles in deep shifting colors, from soft lilac and rose to a dark glowing red that slowly bleeds into purple. The lake is mirroring the burning sky in unreal fashion. Around us, the warm and humid air is trembling with a dense chorus of birds, frogs and cicadas rising from the reeds.
After a short night, long before dawn, we hurry to get everything packed. The sky gets painted in ridiculous colors again. We charter a little boat and our captain takes us out on the lake without delay. Soon lotuses start to appear around us. Minutes later they are almost everywhere, like vast carpets, half asleep and their colors muted with the sun still behind the horizon.
Now we're in the middle of the Red Lotus Lake with probably billions of red lotuses around us.
As the sun lifts, rosy light spills across the lake, touching petals, turning them luminous, and eventually even into a glowing pink. What an otherworldly, stunningly beautiful sight. But believe it or not, this is not the only experience leaving us in Ota Day.
So this was the Red Lotus Lake. Quite nice. And maybe today we are going to see the monkeys Arev is waiting for a long time. We'll see.
We have to see monkeys. We can't be here and not see monkeys. Maybe I will even allow them to steal something from me. So I'll have a story to tell.
Looks like there's a ton of fishing going on here on the Red Lotus Lake. Lotus. On the Red Lotus Lake as well. Wow.
Either that, or maybe they harvest the lotus for its edible parts. We did not see any of these contraptions in use, so it is probably not the right season.
At the southern tip of the lake we pass through a town sort of infamous for a certain part of its population. Oh my god. Arev was nagging my ear off about seeing monkeys the past few months, and it's finally time. So this... oh my god. Some gang rivalry going on here apparently. Looks like the whole park was taken over by the monkeys. When we get too close, they seem to be quite defensive of their property. Hey there, what's up, man? Ooh. Yeah, very big balls. Look, we come in peace, it's okay, huh? This is the first time I'm close to monkeys since my childhood, because I remember faintly that we visited a monkey park in France when I was a child, and a monkey stole my Capri Sun soft drink, and I was not only terrified but also angry and confused. And since then I'm not on best terms with monkeys, to be honest.
Oh my god. The monkeys seem to be in full control of the park. Anyway, we are hungry, and luckily it is much easier to find yummy food again.
While this detour was certainly worth it, we still want to get to the coast quickly. It is not pleasant, but we head back to Asian Highway 12. Noisy, but also very straight and flat. We thought we would make it to Khon Kaen, but we are too tired. It's already 5:15 p.m. so the sun will go down in like 30 minutes. So we'll ask in the local VAT if we can sleep here for one night. Let's see. Looks like we can put our tent here, which is great. We always like to have a roof so that the tent doesn't get wet in the night. And this is just perfect. The next morning we continued towards Khon Kaen. The day before we did 96 kilometers, but we decided to stop in the big city for 2 nights, doing a mere 30 kilometers. We visit another bicycle shop to fix an issue with Arev's rear derailleur we've had since Central Asia. To our great surprise, they pulled off what 4 other top-rated repair shops in Almaty, Bangkok, Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai couldn't.
After checking into our guest house, we meet a local that wants to show us his city, and we start by visiting the biggest temple in town.
We are here in Khon Kaen, and we met Pat. He is a local on Warm Shores, and he is showing us around in his hometown a little bit. So we are visiting this nice pagoda, and later we're gonna visit the night market to grab some typical local street food.
Obviously, Mathias can't pass on the rare chance to have someone speaking English, ordering and explaining the local cuisine to us. So we are going wild.
This is tom pak wan khai mod dang, which is like some local vegetable in a soup with eggs and so this white stuff is the eggs and they put it into a soup. This one is the chicken intestine, the gizzard, the lungs, the heart mixed together. เครื่องในไก่ผัดพริกเกลือ that's what they call it.
Okay.
Papaya, this is the pig's feet and the knuckles with the intestine of the pork. It's called ขาหมูกับไส้ and this is ลาบขาลาย which is the cow's calf and the intestines. Okay.
Looks like we're gonna have a huge feast, so as hungry cyclists, we dig in.
The white thing is the egg, right? This is the egg?
Yeah.
Let's go wild today. Try. So this is pork intestine. This is
Cow's calf.
lovely chicken intestine.
Powered by all that great food, we continue pushing down to the coast from early on the following morning. Even though it's tedious, we continue to follow the major road.
We just got some refreshing drinks from this very nice gentleman who stopped his car to gift us this. Very, very kind. Awesome.
So refreshing.
Heading straight to the south, it is getting slightly hotter every day. We hate to admit that 7-Elevens became our go-to stop on these long hot days.
The chance to cool down for a few minutes. Cheap iced coffee, tons of cool and sugary lemonades, mountains of snacks and 5-liter water jugs of which we easily drink 2 per day. It pains me to say, 7-Elevens are so convenient. We are still on the Asian highway number 12, basically since Luang Prabang in Laos, at least most of the time, because it's very straight, very flat, and we want to be as efficient as possible to get to the coast and the border with Cambodia. So today and tomorrow we'll be pushing it hard. It's about 220 kilometers from Khon Kaen to Korat or Nakhon Ratchasima, and there we'll stay with Jay from Biking 360. Oh, my head just flew away. And try to repair our drone. Hopefully this will be possible. So a lot of traffic obviously, but we're doing good progress. I guess we're a little bit done, especially Arev is done, seems like. We are almost at 120k for today. I would like to go a little further because there's more time, but we're both hungry. Let's see. Wow, they are so massive. Oh my god, they were insanely big. We're wondering, what is it? Elephants? No, it's too small for elephants. Cows? No, too big for cows, but apparently cows.
How are you?
Oh, hey. Good, a little bit tired.
How many kilometers today?
Maybe 130, so long day. Nothing can beat air pollution. Oh my god, this is so red.
After setting a new personal record, 130 kilometers in a day without a massive descent, we find another special treat on our way.
Prasat Hin Pimai is Thailand's largest Khmer temple, built about 50 years before Angkor Wat, just about 1,000 times smaller. It marks the north end of the ancient Angkor Road, linking what's now Thailand with Cambodia's Khmer capital. Unlike most Khmer temples, it was built for Mahayana Buddhism, not Hinduism, so the carvings mix Buddha images with Hindu gods.
The temple faces southeast, showing its connection to the empire. Yet its design has probably influenced Angkor's own later temples. Made almost entirely from white sandstone, Phi Mai is also one of the best preserved examples of Khmer architecture in Thailand.
I think we mostly got around the burning season, but this is only maybe 2 fields on fire here in the area, and it smells really bad. I don't know why they don't prohibit this. Must be terrible for the people who live here.
Later that day, we try to get our broken drone repaired.
There's nobody here, come on.
There is a phone number.
There's nobody there. Can you come? DJI. Because of the Mavic Air 2. Sorry? We are at the DJI shop. So nothing we can do right now. We'll head to our warm shower house J in Korat, which is another 40-ish kilometers. It's pretty hot. We're a little bit tired, but let's go. Being on the move and without speaking Thai, it is probably not possible to repair our drone. To get some energy, we buy our new favorite snack.
Have you ever had sour mango? This is it.
So, time to say goodbye from Jay, who was so kind to host us for 4 days here in Nakhon Ratchasima. He's a great cyclist himself, so thank you so much for everything.
Very welcome. It's been a pleasure to have you.
Let's hit the road to the sea. Life is great. First of all, we also got a proper bicycle shorts for Arev, so now we both have one. Also, my saddle is not squeaking anymore, which is fantastic. We took it apart with Jay bit by bit and cleaned it and oiled and greased everything we could think of. So yeah, we are really well set up now to make a lot of kilometers towards the coast of the Gulf of Thailand and the border with Cambodia. Awesome, looking forward to do a lot of cycling now.
Nice flowers.
After mostly cycling the big roads for several days, we feel like we need more peace and quietness.
No speak English. Yeah.
Thailand's backroads are generally in pretty good shape. If you don't mind some extensive zigzagging, the only downside is less exciting food.
Where are we?
In the middle of nowhere, but luckily there's a lot of farm workers on the fields, and so they set up this very basic restaurants on the side of the road where we'll have our lunch. We asked for no blood. I'm pretty sure they added blood, but it's tasty. Camping in temples is not ideal for late risers. However, since the sun is getting stronger by the day and sets early this close to the equator, starting early in the morning is necessary. Good morning.
Peanut butter and jelly wasn't a thing where we grew up. During our journey we had some on the Pamir highway, as it was easy to transport calories.
Good morning. You see, in Southeast Asia, people eat the same for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But I can't eat any noodle soup for breakfast anymore. So we decided to have a peanut butter, jelly, and banana breakfast, which is yummy.
It has been a fairly successful morning so far. I think we did well over, well, maybe 60 kilometers, but it's now 12:30 p.m. and it's time for a barbecue break because the sun, I think, is too strong. I keep putting 50 plus sunscreen on my legs, but I don't feel it's enough. Around lunchtime the sun burns so relentlessly, one really needs physical sun protection. In Korat we had also replaced our dirt cheap lotion, or rather Chinese sunglasses, and bought UV protection sleeves, which work surprisingly well. We also do extended heat breaks in the early afternoon again. We've been pushing it quite hard and made it to Aranya Pratet in 2 days. Not bad.
Over the past years we have met countless fantastic people, but only sometimes we meet other cyclists, and we are always a bit sad to part ways.
We made it to D, our warm shore, at the Thai border with Cambodia. We arrived yesterday in the evening after a couple of hard days of cycling with 110 kilometers every day, and that's why we asked if we could stay a second night, and she said, well, yes, in principle that's okay, but we would have to share the house with another couple that's coming today, and they don't know that we're here, but we know them. It's Julia and Mark, which we met already 2 times.
We are going to surprise them because I lied to them. I was writing with them and I told, oh yeah, we are somewhere else and unfortunately we can't meet each other. I hope our master plan will work.
Chanthaburi. Ich wollte gerade googeln, wo das ist, weil ich nicht mehr weiß, was das ist. Wie cool! Wie kann das halt ihr werden?
Hallo.
Und wir die wohl sehen? Dann meinte ich so, oh, keine Ahnung.
Mega nice.
So, did we manage to surprise you?
Yes!
Our plan worked.
Mark is training for Ironman in 3 weeks here in Thailand. So obviously now, after they arrived, he's going to do a little 2-hour run, or what? How many kilometers?
Around 16.
A quick 60 kilometers run. So I will see how many seconds I can keep up with him. I don't know if I told you, but I'm really bad on foot. This is why I cycle, really.
Please take a moment to like and hype the video. Share it with friends and family that might like it too.
Thank you so much for watching, and especially so each and every one of our amazing contributors. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah. Okay.
Be it via paypal.me/amazingworldbiketour or buymeacoffee.com/aworldbiketour, we couldn't do these videos without your help.
Okay. So for the 5 minutes of warming up, I could keep up, but only because in the warm-up the speed doesn't matter. So say goodbye to Mark. I'm still running, by the way. It's not that I stand still. I think he's running twice as fast, but only about 5 times as long as I could do it. Anyways, that's it. Pretty good in cycling by now. Crap when it comes to running. Oh, I can't see him anymore. Why am I doing this, really? Oh my god. Oh no. I reckon I did maybe 1.5 kilometers tops. I think I should go back. I'm back. I did it. I think Mark is a little slow. I outrun him pretty hard. I could keep up with him for the first 5 minutes because he was warming up and he said it doesn't matter how slow he is in the first 5 minutes. So I could kind of keep up because he was slowing down for me. Good morning!
As it turns out, all of us want to go to Khon Kaen. While it is the 3rd biggest island in the Gulf of Thailand, it is not yet as touristic.
We are very close with the border of Cambodia right now. This is why there's checkpoints on the roads. Well, probably sometimes the military sits and says, no, don't go this way.
We continue riding just a few hundred meters from Cambodia until it's lunchtime.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because Emil and Caroline, we've met them before last summer in Iran, in Shiraz. And wow, what a surprise. So we're having a dinner together and they're also going the same direction. So seems like the group is growing pretty quickly today. All of us going to the east.
Yeah.
And now we're all here. Maybe we meet even more cyclists today, huh?
Seriously? What are the chances?
Hello! Meeting cycling couples has been quite rare since the east of Turkey. We first met Caroline and Emil in Iran, then Julia and Mark in the greenhouse hostel Dushanbe, Tajikistan, and again in Pai, northern Thailand. And now both of them in less than 24 hours completely by chance. I think I know where we will find our dinner today. Huge local market. They're not looking at us.
Hello.
Hello!
Hello.
They sell literally everything here, I think. Oh my god, this is awesome. This looks good. I think we'll find dinner for sure here, huh?
Boah, geil. Definitely.
Wow, this market is absolutely mad. They have so much food. I have seen maybe 5% of the whole market. And it's already so much stuff. That's absolutely crazy. Wow. Look, this was just the one lane in the street, and now here it goes.
Fortunately for hungry cyclists like us, Thai people have this impressive ready-made food takeaway culture. In the late afternoon, every third village or so holds a massive market like this.
They really have a ridiculous amount of food here, but it's quite difficult to find veggies. And now, talking of veggies, that looks like pickled vegetables to me. Okay, we are in a Wat, and obviously we are allowed to put our tents here, which is always perfect to be under a roof. And there's toilet and water. We can take a bucket shower. We'll show it today how that works. Great. This is a typical toilet in Thailand, even Laos actually. And this is the most basic version, which is absolutely fine. So there will usually be this big bucket where you can use this water either to flush the toilet, but also to take a bucket shower, which is amazing obviously for us. Motivated by Mark's need to train for his Ironman, we too do a little sprint race. While he pulls away at first, I eventually gain on him. Just moments after I passed him at high speed, I get a call from Arev. They decided to make a break in a coffee shop we already passed. Hello, hello. Bonjour.
Nur einfach wird auch noch gefilmt. Das gibt's nicht, ey.
Seeing the whole bunch riding next to each other, I develop an idea. We'll do a little experiment now because we are 6 fully loaded touring bicycles or cyclists, and it's about noon and we want to do lunch break in 20 kilometers, but we want to get there fast, so we'll try to do Tour de France style wind shadow cycling with touring bikes in Thailand. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, I guess this is it. Let's start pushing. For the first time ever, we try an adaptation of the Belgian tourniquet, a drafting technique in road cycling races. With our fully loaded touring bicycles, air resistance becomes a huge issue quickly as you try to ride a little faster. If you cycle in someone else's slipstream, you can save a significant amount of energy. The idea is for riders taking turns pushing at the front. Really good!
So many!
That's insane! We're doing 31, I'm not even pedaling. I'm hardly pedaling at all. We're doing 30 or more. That's mad. It is teamwork at speed, a rotating engine where aerodynamics and thrusts keep the wheels humming. But it needs a lot of attention and coordination. Mark and I did a little breakout. I think we have quite the distance. Woohoo!
Aber genau so läuft's auch bei den Kunden.
Yes. Oh, okay. Whoa! They're fast! Oh my god, they're fast! I'm coming! This is madness!
Yes. Holy moly!
10 kilometers in a few minutes. Very nice.
What do you think? How was it?
Great experience. It was really fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I thought it would be very stressful, but it was fun to follow the flow of the group and yeah, to be really fast.
So this was a nice little experiment. It's time for our lunch break now. Tour de France in Thailand. Awesome.
Curry, they have curry.
Mark broke away. I think he has a 500-meter lead now. Yeah, we lost 2. Like the field is breaking apart, and I will try to catch leader Mark now. Let's see if I can do it. Ah, he stopped. Woo.
Reaching Chanthaburi at the hot and sweaty coast, we all feel like we deserve a cheap guest house and an AC for one night.
I need to check where it is actually. Arev?
Finally, we found the room. I have to say we are not extremely excited because it's not the best room and you have a durian smell everywhere. And I don't know if you have ever smelled durian, but it's just horrible. Yeah, and it's also on the 4th floor with no elevator. We did it.
But the good thing is we can put the bicycles here in the lobby, which is nice. There's a camera, so we don't need to carry everything upstairs. And now we'll take a shower and then go for some dinner. I think it was either in the 1st floor and the 2nd floor where the durian terrorist attack happened.
I think the guilty one is in the 2nd
Oh
floor.
no, it's the 2nd one. Oh. Ooh, holy moly. This is bad. Welcome to a new home for the night in Chanthaburi. Chanthaburi. So they have like in a dorm, what's this called? Like a bunk bed.
Bunk bed.
Unfortunately, but I think yeah, the mattress is not terrible at least. And there's a bathroom, so that's great.
And an AC, of course.
For 400 baht, which is maybe 11 euros. That's okay.
The following day we push further south towards the Khon Kaen ferry. We want to take it early the following morning.
So, not terrible. Does anybody see a monk? This has definitely been one of the more challenging nights. It was very, very loud. All the cute doggies, kikariku, yeah, and also it was very, very warm and humid. So I guess we all had trouble to fall asleep because the air was very unpleasant in the tent. Now it's 6 a.m. in the morning, of course now it's okay. And I got a wake-up service by one of the dogs who pissed in my face. Good morning.
Yep, you heard it right. Due to the high temperature and humidity, we can't possibly use the outer shell of the tent. Around 5 a.m., one of the dogs marked its territory, Matthias' face and pillow.
This is great. Ferry is still in the harbor. Awesome.
The Khon Kaen ferry takes only 30 minutes with plenty of connections per day.
10 baht. 10 baht.
10 baht per bag?
10 baht? Yeah, we can.
What is it?
Well, everything.
Food.
Everything. Who would have thought that cycling through the boring east of Thailand would be such great fun?
In the end, we did it in 9 full and a half cycling days.
Let's go!
averaging almost 100 kilometers per day, a personal record. But more importantly, we saw a lot and had a really good time.
Coffee time. Unfortunately, we lost our footage from Koh Chang Island when our 2 hard drives failed within 24 hours. We did spend a lot of money trying to recover as much data as possible, but it is what it is. Day 2 of the Tour de Thailand. It's a mountainous etape on Koh Chang Island. This is the first mountain challenge. Everybody's on its own. I think Emil is in the front. I mean, he's from Switzerland, so that makes sense. I think in second place should be Caroline, also from Switzerland, obviously. Then there's me, half German, half Korean, in third place, followed by another mountainous country, Armenia, in number 4, and then the Germans in the back. Woo! I made it over the first pass as the third one. Woohoo!
So, see you again in the next episode from Cambodia. Ride safely.
And may the wind be at your back.